Hello guys, welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be learning about one of the most remarkable and respectable non-violent revolt of the pre-independence era, also known as Champaran Satyagraha. This will be taught to you by me, Ashish Kumar Singh. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So here we can say that it was India's first CDM movement. So we need to understand what is CDM. Here we can see that CDM stands for Civil Disobedience Movement. So if we break down the full form of CDM, it states Civil Disobedience Movement. Civil here means people, disobedience meaning disobeying the government, and movement means movement. So we can say it was the first such movement which was for the people and by the people. Okay, now there were many movements which happened just before the CDM or before CDM, but the mass movement or the people's movement was CDM. Why this was so? What was one such unique feature in this movement which was absent in other movements, because of which it was called as India's first CDM? We will get the answer of the same in the upcoming slides. So first of all, we need to understand that by whom it was started, where it was started, and when it was started. Okay, so we can say that the Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was the first Satyagraha movement led by none other than Mahatma Gandhi in the British India, Champaran. So the Champaran is a district in the state of Bihar. So we have got the answer, that is was started in 1917 in the state of Bihar and the district of Champaran, and it was started by none other than Mahatma Gandhi. So here we have got the answer why people were involved in this movement, because it was a movement which was initiated by none other than the father of the nation, that is Gandhi. Okay, so now the next question which comes into mind, that how did the father of nation got involved in the movement which was happening at a part of a region where no one was even willing to travel. Okay, so we need to understand that Mahatma Gandhi was persuaded by Pandit Rajkumar Shukla ji, who was one such oppressed indigo cultivator, to visit the region. Okay, so Gandhi ji followed the advice of Rajkumar Shukla ji and visited the region of Champaran, and after visiting he got to know that what was the operation of indigo farmers all about. So we need to also understand what was the operations of indigo farmers all about. Okay, so the answer for the same is that tens of thousands of landlord serfs, indentured laborers, and poor farmers were forced to grow indigo and other cash crops instead of food crops, which was necessary for their survival. The goods were bought from the farmers at a very low price. Suppressed by the brutal militias of the landlords, they were given negligible compensation, leaving them in extreme poverty. So here we have got the answer, that what was the operation of indigo all about. It is clearly stating that nothing else than poverty was the reason because of which the indigo revolt, or for that matter Champaran Satyagraha, was happening in the state of Bihar. Okay, so now the very next question which comes into our mind is, how did Gandhiji reacted? How did Gandhiji successfully led the movement? How did Gandhiji force the Britishers to bow down in front of the indigo cultivators? We'll be knowing the answer of these all questions in the next session. So wait for the next session and stay tuned till then. What you need to do is do find out how did Gandhiji reacted. Okay, and how we'll be finding out, you can find out or you can learn about it with the help of your books or from the internet sources, wherever from you can gather that how did Gandhiji reacted. You need to understand and know how Gandhiji reacted in this movement, so that you can learn in a very better and a comprehensive manner in the next session. So till then you should revise that what was the movement all about and how did Gandhiji got involved, and you have known also that it was India's first civil disobedience movement. So wait for the next class. We'll be studying more the Champaran Satyagraha, which was started by Gandhi in the state of Bihar, and I'll tell you that how the revolt persuaded and how it got involved. Okay, and one more thing you do, that you need to also know the meaning of satyagraha. Okay, so just google it. Okay, and if you are not able to get it, just let me know in the next session. I'll tell you what is the meaning of satyagraha, because deciphering the meaning is very important part of knowing the solution. So you need to do the same, and till then, thank you very much for being in this session and show me some gratitude.